Greetings and welcome to another video. Well, in this video, I'm going to talk about building, what it's like to be a builder in Second Life. Now, look, I'm not a perfect builder. I'm a hobbyist builder. I'm a self-taught builder. Years and years ago, back in the day, there was a friend and he made jewelry with a bling because this was back in the day. Shug, I think. Yeah, I can't remember the last name. But anyway, and he had his own store and everything, and his stuff was quite popular. I wanted to learn how to build. He taught me. He taught me the basics of building in 1 hour. I still have the note card. It was from then, with the basics over the years, I just taught myself. I think building is great. I think it's unfortunate that a lot of people are afraid or they think it's overwhelming or they don't know how to do it or whatever. But I learned the basics in 1 hour. And from that, I was confident enough to expand my building skill set. And I think everyone is able to do that. I know we all learn differently. Some are visual learners, some are readers. I don't know, hands on, whatever. Look, point is, we all learn differently. And building, it, it's a learnable thing that can be learned from any individual's learning method. I'm going to walk around. You can see my latest monstrosity of a build here. I'll tell you the little story behind it. So, I'm doing this for someone. They had put down a castle that they had in their inventory, for like, it was their favorite one like 11 years ago. It was a very popular castle. It was like a Korean castle from Fabian DeSantis. Yeah, see that? Back in the day. I can appreciate the sentimentality of that old build. But at the same time, 11, 12 years ago, that was a long time ago. And especially in SL, that's a long time. I just wanted to update the castle that was down. I just wanted to update it. But look what's happened. Look, 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 look. I mean, there's some of the old bits that I plan on using. I mean, I mean, the original castle was legacy prims and sculpty prims and mega prims, which we don't need to use mega prims anymore. But back then we did because prims you couldn't make them any larger than 10 by 10. But now you can make them as large as 64 by 64, right? I kept adjusting. I kept fiddling. I kept moving this, returning that, deleting that, and what it looks like at the moment. Now, if you're a builder, you understand the process, and it could be different stages of the process depending on what type of builder you are and depending on what you build. If you're building for yourself, for your own enjoyment, for your own practicality of living in Second Life, your method, your process of building is going to be different than someone who is building for a profit, someone who is making the things to make that money, right? Now, as a hobbyist builder, I am afforded the luxury of doing what I want to do, of building what I want to build, of having the freedom to not sell my, my structure builds because, frankly, I just don't want to. They're personal to me, and it's the only way to guarantee 100% no one else originality. The only way you can guarantee that is to make it yourself and do not sell it. Because then, yeah, for sure, you are the only one that will have it. and that will make it priceless. Back in the day, that was part of the original intent for, being able to create your own world and your own imagination and all the things. It all began with a cube. It did. And that was the draw of Second Life back then. But now, when it comes to content creation in Second Life, we're seeing less and less of that homegrown creativity. And we're seeing more and more of ripped mesh models and, you know, buy something full perm, breathe on it, and then resell it saying that it's your original mesh when it's not. As you know, a couple of videos ago, I had read a note card from Fantasy China, the owner, and she was highly upset that people were not following her terms of service when it comes to her full perm items. You're supposed to change it to where it's uniquely yours. And people don't do that. They just buy full perm stuff and then sell it like it's theirs without even, doing anything to it. As I said, just breathing on it, right? And that's a problem. I think okay, yeah, I'm just going to say the kind of user that is doing that more often are probably the people from IMVU, as an example, because those that have been in Second Life for as long as me, as long as, y'all, most of y'all know better than to do that and have some level of respect for not doing that, right? It's like us oldies, we appreciate the creativity, we appreciate the handmade builds a lot more than these newcomers with their obsession with it has to be perfect, it has to be completely mesh, and it has to be so many prims, and it has to be very expensive because otherwise it's garbage. I look, it's a thing. I can't explain it, but it's a thing. And I don't know why it's a thing, but it's a thing. I don't know if it's a culture thing, an age thing, an IMVU thing, or a other type of platform thing. I don't know. But as it is a thing, it is also a wrong thing. Now, I don't make mesh. I tried Blender one time years ago, and I decided then and then, I was like, nope, that is not for me. I can't. No. So I've just stuck with what I've always done. I buy legal full perm mesh stuff, right? Usually it's just like walls, windows, and, roofs or whatever. And then I'll just put shit together. I like being resourceful with the building supplies that I have. I like being able to turn a arched window frame into a fireplace or, using like arches here, linking them together to add decoration to the inside of a castle, right? I mean, I love playing Tetris. I'm really good at Tetris and building. Oh yeah, it is satisfying, just like Tetris. The thing with building is if you make a mistake, you can easily fix it. Even if you misclick, put the wrong texture on your build after it's linked, and then it all looks like plywood. Oh, I've done that a couple of times and I've had to go back and retexture everything to where I had it before. And it took a long time, but even that mistake, I learned a lot. I learned how to texture more efficiently. I learned how to texture several prims in one go more effectively. So even through your building mistakes, there's always an opportunity to learn. I realize that some of you aren't here to listen to about building stuff. You're not here to listen to me go on and on about how great building is and how it can offer you a sense of accomplishment and a sense of being able to get excited about actively learning and being involved and all of that. You're not here to listen to that. No, I'm not really sure why you're here, but thank you for being here because I think that this is an important topic when it comes to the level of ridiculous behavior from these newcomers from other places that have no intention of respecting the original intent of creating things in Second Life. Back in the day, there was no problem with like being so excited you made something and giving it away to people to people you see or people you knew, right? Because it's like, wow, I made this thing, and I'm so happy. I want to share it. I want to share it here. You could have it. You could have it because I'm so excited. Be excited with me. That was it back in the day, and now, man, you make something and you give it, away or offer it for free. You get chewed out for it, and I'm talking like I'm talking about the decency of it, right? And this has nothing to do with group gifts. Group gifts, that's just a marketing ploy. Most often, group gifts from certain creators are just their bumbled up mistakes. And they're just like, yeah, I know I can do better. I can totally, like, make this really expensive thing that I sell for free to you as a group gift, but no, I'm just going to give you this crappy thing that was like my second mistake in Blender or my second mistake when I try to rip it from somewhere else. There you go, because that shit happens. This video is not about that. This video is about building and building integrity, creative integrity, and knowing that, look, you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be like everyone else and build the same type of things or rip the same type of crap from these 3D game asset sites or to use the same template address that everyone else is using. Sure, you may retexture it differently, but no one needs any more mini dresses. No one needs any more mini skirts. No one needs any more sales events that has the same templated items from three different creators. And the only difference is that they have different color packs. That alone shows really, really poor marketing skills. That alone shows the lack of brain to realize that, hey, you bought that as a template. Guess what? Other people's going to buy that same template as well. And guess what? That texture pack you bought, other people bought that too. So what you're making is not original. No, what you're making is a copied mistake. And if I had a choice between the three creators that were selling the same templated dress or outfit, what have you, the only difference was the color pack. Which creator, and if I actually wanted that type of thing, which creator do you think I would purchase it from? The cheapest one. That's right. That's right, the cheapest one. When it comes to templated stuff or when it comes to the rip from other uh, asset site stuff, yeah, if you see it cheaper, get it cheaper, do that because, well, that, sometimes that's the only option you have. I've done it. I have done it. I have. Nowadays, in Second Life, when you're a true, honest builder, right, with creative integrity and with building integrity and want to maintain the original Second Life community of build ship, then that's what you do. You're resourceful and you make lemonade out of the damn lemons you got. And let me tell you, we have a hell of a lot of lemons in Second Life. And we've got to be really good at making the best lemonade that we can. So that's going to be it from me. I hope y'all enjoyed watching and or listening. And remember, building can be fun and great. It is satisfying. Don't be afraid of it. Do not be afraid of it. I will see y'all next video. Bye.